Gentlemen, I got my microphone this time. Is this what I have to do to get Guile to pay up his league dues? It's ridiculous. I hope this works because I'm not recording this again if it doesn't. Welcome back. Preseason's underway. We are here. The season is upon us. I feel like a Muslim, like peace be upon us. But my Muslim religion is football. I don't want to be too sacrilegious. I was in church the other day, speaking of sacrilege, and the pastor was telling he was giving like a little just a story for teaching purposes about some athlete who won a Super Bowl and partied all night, trophy, blah, 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 came home, like laid in bed and was like, that felt like nothing. My life was worthless. And everybody's like, oh, wow, so profound. And there is a sense of a profound nature to that. All that glitters is not gold. But I sat there listening to that and I was like, I am still excited that I won my fantasy football championship. I went to bed happy. I woke up happy. I still think about it. So I think the real takeaway is that fantasy football is somehow more rewarding than real football, which is crazy. Yeah, but I had the legitimate thought in church, and I was like, am I a bad person? Probably. All right, we're gonna dig into teams quick. Not quick. Let me recoup trades. Hold on. Oh man, I wish I had. If I can find an alert sound really quickly. Pretend that I'm not doing this. Waiver pickup of the year. Samuel Powers, our own double stake, has added a guy whose name is Donovan Edwards. Logan Poyer has added Matthew Stafford, his QB4. And Donovan Edwards is the RB4 for the Jets. I just thought that'd be funny to make a big deal out of. Like, we have to do cut downs like really soon. Those guys are obviously getting cut. And he dropped Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is a better pick. I would like to point out that Sean Tucker is probably the best waiver pickup of this offseason. I didn't realize he was on there. Because, like, Rachaad White's not feeling good. And, like, Sean Tucker's one injury away from a starting job, and he's been good. I think we had the JSN trade from Guile and Josh. Yeah, Golden and JSN for Jalen Royals, 2 firsts and a second. Josh is trying to lock up that 27 class. Jalen Royals, I suppose, has some upside as a Chiefs receiver. And then this made me disappointed in our league. And more importantly, my friends. I made a trade, and nobody was happy for me. Nobody texted congrats. Nobody texted, cool, man. How do you feel? Kind of sucks. I was actually on the couch with my wife. I texted Lanza about Jamar Chase earlier, which was a fool's errand. And I had made this trade earlier, and he was like, hey, would you still do it? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, send it. And so, like, I was like because there's like a lot of moving pieces. I didn't want to mess it up. My wife's like, you're on your phone a lot. We're watching a movie together. And I was like, yeah, fine. I was just dumb. So I sent it, put my phone down, and then like 20 minutes later or whatever, I don't remember how long it was, but she gets up to do something, and I like grab my phone, and the first thing I see is a text from Logan to me and Lanza, and that was the best this trade is processed notification I've ever gotten. Just like the immediate like rush of adrenaline to like the anger, like Guile was like, what the F, which swearing is wrong and evil. It felt good. I'm going to be honest. It was exciting. I've never had Derrick Henry, I don't think, other than best ball. Also, the Braylon Allen hype that has started since that trade is a little depressing, but is what it is. So those are the trades. And my friends are bad people. Do I start bottom up? Yeah. So, let me just start lowest projected points for week 1 and then go up. So that's Josh. We've got Patty. He's like a 5th or 6th round pick in redraft, and that still feels bad. ETN, RIP, Blake Corum, Dobbs, Hollywood, Fryermuth, Tillman is like maybe something. Shador Sanders, Cam Scatterboot, and Caleb Johnson. Those are his blue chips right there. And then Colston Loveland, Garendo on the taxi. We've got a 2nd, 3rd, and 3 4ths this year. It's turnaround time. We've got 6 27 firsts. Okay. So Josh is out for 2 years. So he's predicted 64 points. How many of us are projected a full double of Josh? This is me and Logan, but that's crazy. All right, so 64. Lanza at 97.01. Wow. Josh Allen, Ford and Sharbs, Chase, Wilson, Andrews, Bateman, DK Mooney. He's got Braylon. He's got some quarterbacks. Ridley. He's artificially low here. He could sub in some guys. Does he have his own pick? He does have his own pick. If you want some players, you should go get Ridley and Sutton. I don't know why Austin and Joe haven't done that yet. Makes too much sense, guys. That's Lanza. Not a whole lot there after he traded away most of his team. Cameron is 97.98, so almost a point more. He's got Brock, Hampton, and Henderson. Both look so good. Tet McMillan, who is like, I'm in love with Tet McMillan, and I know, like, I've pulled up Cam's name on my phone 10 times and been like, how do I get him? And I delete it because I'm like, that's not what you need on your team as a rookie wide receiver. But I want him really bad. Hunter, Tyler Warren, RJ Harvey, Jameson Williams, Devonta Smith. This is a team that, like, by week 6, you do not want to play. So long as those running backs, like, break out, you don't want to play this team. It's not going to be fun. And then he's got guys like Downs, Deontay Johnson, Godwin, Ayuk, Luther Burden, Kyle Williams. A 1st and 2 seconds. Cam's live this year, boys. All right, so that's 97.8. We go into the 100. No, I skipped Daniel. Daniel's the 2nd lowest, 93. James Cook just got a deal. Hey, Sam, that was a good idea to give the guy who's tormented our league for the entirety of its existence a young running back in a 2nd for Joe Mixon, who is dead and dying. Thanks, bud. Feeling saucy today. Stroud, Cook, Pollard, who's looking to be the guy. Lad McConkey. Daniel has Rice and Jordan Addison. Says a lot about him as a person. Kincaid, Jacoby Myers. George Pickens should ball this year. Pittman, who knows? Javante is, like, interesting. Fields, Tesla, just say Tesla. QJ, maybe. Probably not interesting. Tank is probably dead for the whole year. And we've got Igbuka, Jaden Higgins. Arroyo's interesting. Coleman could be interesting. And we've got 3 seconds. So Dan I feel like his projection is lower than it should be. I'm okay with how I've ordered these. Okay. Austin's 100. I think that's next. Tua, Achane. Achane looks so good. In preseason, he looked so good. We got Chase Brown, also looks so good. I don't think he played in preseason. He might have played, but I love Chase Brown. T. Higgins. I feel like this is Waddle's bounce back year. Not Kelsey's bounce back year. Pacheco, Hawk, Chuba. That's like a solid starting lineup. Quinshawn Judkins. We'll see. Kareem Hunt. Najee, one eye. I saw a thing, somebody was like, an eye doctor was like, if an eye injury doesn't heal in like a week, you're going to lose that eye. And I was like, oh, that's dark. Ricky Pearsall, I think, is like the most fun sleeper. Diggs also should be good. Austin, actually, his team has turned a little bit. Judy should be solid. Diggs, Cup could be good. Pearsall could be good. Kareem, Judkins. Austin should be projected higher than this. I'm sorry. The tight end spot leaves him weak. That's got him at Joey's 102. I think that's next. Guile is sneaked up here. Joey's got Burrow, Walker, Chubb. You need somebody else there. Hill, Marv, Brock, Zay, Connor, Worthy. Kamara should just be in place of Chubb. That is a 9-point swing. That would put him above Guile if he just updated his lineup. Who else? That's about it. You need some depth. Go get it. He's got a first and a second. That would bring us to Guile. Jane Daniels, Janty, B-Rob, Puka, BTJ, Rome, JSN, Dallas Goddard. That's weak at tight end, but I think he's got Tucker Kraft or something on this bench. Yeah. He's just not projected as many points as Goddard, and he's playing the opposite game of Joey. Tracy, probably going to get replaced at some point, but we got Matthew Golden. Golden's projected more than Tracy. God's not playing this game right. We've got Olave, who should be good but never is. Wicks, who should be good but somehow isn't. We've got Dylan Sampson, and then every first. All 1,000 of them. And 4 seconds. No, 3 seconds. 1 second. I can't read. 2 seconds, and then 2 of them in 27. Interesting. After that, we've got old Double Stake in third place. Hertz, Taylor, Kyron, who just got paid. AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Ferg Daddy, DeAndre Swift, Debo, and Jawan Jennings. Mixon on the bench. Raheem Mostert on the bench. Season over for all of us. Jordan Mason's interesting. Johnny Smith is not interesting now that he got traded. Maybe the least interesting taxi. Jonathan Mingo, Audric Estime, Jermaine Burton, and Jalen Hyatt. A 26th third, no fourth. In my original pod that I did not release, that released but not well, I wanted to figure out who had Sam's 26th fourth, like who took that. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's how I'll finish this pod, is I'll go hunting for it. That's Sam. We've got Logan pulling up in second. He has got Lamar, QB1, Saquon, probably RB1, McCaffrey, probably RB2, Nico, Neighbors in London, all top 8 guys. Laporta, top 5 tight end. Bucky, solid. Adams, we'll see. If Stafford's out, that's going to be really bad. Sucks for him to go from Jimmy G in Oakland to having Jimmy G as his backup quarterback. On the bench, we got Dobbins, who's getting some hype. I feel like as a league and other leagues, we should buy the RJ Harvey dip. I want us to do well outside of this league. I want you guys to fail in this league. But I'd like us to win our other chips. Aaron Jones, Trey Benson's like handcuff upside. Rashad White's handcuff upside, but like he's your own handcuff. Taxi, Shipley's a handcuff. Jalen Wright, Jaden Blue, and a 2-3-4. Yeah. Okay. He's a scary team. I'm not going to lie. I don't like looking at it. Doesn't make me feel good. All right, me. I've got Baker, Bijan Gibbs, J.J. Seedy, Trey McBride, Henry, Amon-Ra, Jacobs. I've got the nightmare of having to rotate my quarterbacks, Kyler, Dak, or Baker. If somebody wants to give me a top-tier quarterback, I'll make a move. Monty, it's my own handcuff. Algier, my own handcuff. Brees, Keenan, who I'm glad he's back on the Chargers. Mike Evans, Terry, Ingram, who I think is going to be decent this year. Kittle, Treylon Burks on the IR. Don't sleep on that. Ben Sinnott, just cut Zach Ertz, please. And then I've got a third and a fourth. That is it. Okay. I don't have Sam's pick. Joey, I don't think so. Nope. He has Sam's first. I wish I could find out how it was traded, but you can't click on the pick and find that out. I'm excited for this year, boys. I'm looking forward to it. I hope none of you do well, but I hope we all do well in our other leagues, except for the family league, Joey, Austin, and Dan. We draft this Friday. Oh, this could be it. No. Kyle doesn't have it. Did we just make him give it up? Is that what we did? did I just not see it and he has it? A 26 fourth? No, he does not have it. He traded it. Okay. This is valuable time. Josh has the 27 fourth. If anybody can figure out how that was traded to him, please let me know. I'm looking at Josh's recently traded players that I recognize were on different teams, and that's hard to do. Fryermuth, I know, got traded. If anybody remembers, I think that would be a fun thing to drop in the chat. All right, boys. Have a good week. No preseason game tomorrow, but Hard Knocks tonight. Do well in your drafts. Let's win some titles. And may God be with you. Love you all. Adios.